So the EZA for the physical transforming Vegeta is dropping tomorrow on the JP side of Dokkan Battle, and today we're going to be showcasing him to see if the EZA is any good. So we're versing the Shadow Dragon's Red Zone event, because if you guys don't remember, because you may have not used him for years, I'd say, he transforms each phase of appearance until he hits Super Saiyan Blue, which is 5 different transformations. Let's go like this for now as we continue on. We'll be running him under bond of parent and child here, with the Vegeta and Trunks as the friend leader. We are running under a free-to-play 120%. I just want to see what he's like gaining in terms of defense per super, because the biggest thing here is that he gets a lot of his defense through stacking. He greatly raises defense on super. If you're ever using him as a leader himself, he's a decent leader. Pure Saiyan's 3 key at 170%. And then a super leader for 3 key and 130%, which is not entirely too bad. We do have a lot of Pure Saiyan's leaders now, including the physical Turles. So we'll pair him up with the Vegeta and Trunks. Physical Vegeta released in 2019. So this was definitely a much needed upgrade for sure. So his starter turn defense is 100,000, and that is with a free-to-play leader. It could raise a little bit more, but overall it's just under 200,000. Gets 30% defense on super attacking, greatly raised defense stacking per super. If you happen to get 7 or more key spheres, which we couldn't, he does get a additional super attack, which is very important, I would say, just so that he can do a lot more damage. Hopefully Vegeta and Trunks doesn't kill here. 4.5, they get type advantage. He has a great chance of changing STR key spheres to physical key spheres. And of course, like I said, every turn that they get, it turns into the next form of Vegeta. So hopefully we get an additional super attack proc with this Vegeta just through the hidden potential. 3.2 million attack stat. He is a nuker, so every single orb obtained, he gets 15% attack up. And we did not end up killing, which is fine, which is all good. We can finish off this phase, and then we'll be having a pretty tanky rotation going forwards. Alright, here is his Super Vegeta transformation. So we'll just keep putting him in the second slot. So now he's at 198,000 defense with the help of a support at the end with the Gohan. With every single link activated except for Prodigies and Saiyan Pride. Each transformation he gets a little bit of start of turn attack and defense, a little bit more defense on super, so it's 40%. He still gets greatly raised defense all the way until blue, and I could not get 7 orbs once again, which can be pretty difficult. And that's pretty much it, and all the way till he gets into Super Saiyan Blue form. I do like, he actually stacks a decent amount of defense. You just got to get lucky with the 7 orbs. That is quite a lot of orbs. He does have that great chance of STR to physical. And if you can run a lot of orb changes on his team, so that's completely fine. For me, it may be a little bit difficult. And then his attack stat is pretty decent. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. We can take our time. At least that is stacking up his defense. If you're versing a really tough event, say like Omega Shenron, or even like the higher tier red zones, it is, I would still say, quite investing to keep it on the main rotation, keep him on stacking, because if you float him out, by the time you probably will never hit Super Saiyan Blue form on like a proper team. We're just going to have to deal with this transformation, so I'll skip that. Now we get into the Super Saiyan 2 form. So if you can actually get his 7 orbs stacking and all of that, he actually will be very, very good. 220,000, remember, we haven't been able to get the 7 orbs as of recently. So this will be our first time we get to do the guaranteed super. I would give him max additional, just because I think he relies on that stacking defense so greatly that you want to get triple super attacks. The problem is, if you verse like weaker events that get really hard at the end, he just won't have, like, he's more of like a second slot unit. So those first slot units, if it's too strong of a unit, you're gonna have trouble, like, stacking with this guy, because he might be the one to kill. There's the first, here's the second. And because now it's a physical attack, we're actually doing damage instead of Super Vegeta. And we couldn't get the third potential just because, like I said, there you go. Like, you just kill instantly. So those can be some major problems for sure. Here we go into the second last transformation, Super Saiyan God. And are we able to get 7 orbs? I doubt it. So now in Super Saiyan God, this is the final part where, like, the passive will change drastically. He's got 140% attack and defense, 50% defense on Super, with 25% attack with every orb obtained, which is insane. It is quite a lot. He's at 330,000 defense, which I would say is still not really the most amazing defense ever. But, like, you can see the orbs are starting to heal him up quite nicely, which is good. And I'm going to avoid this purple orbs, just so we don't have to get a Dokkan mode. I would love to get a Dokkan mode on the next time Vegeta appears. I think the Vegeta and Goku's a very nice pairing with them. May not have all the links ever, but they're a great first slot unit. Or you can, I guess you can do Super Saiyan God Goku as well. That kind of team. You will have 2 units that will hog up a lot of the orbs. So once the orb disappears, the orb changing, things will get a little bit rough. We got the additional, so I hope he can get some good defense. I think he's just like a big nuker, man, because I don't think the defense is gaining enough. It's still very good defense, don't get me wrong. It's just I have to invest so much time into this guy. This is actually good. We don't kill here because this... Oh, okay. We don't kill it because no super. And we even get a first attack for free. No Dokkan mode. Perfect. And this is where he will become the person in the first slot. So we can do the Dokkan mode with a full nuke. So once you're finally in Super Saiyan Blue form, after a hefty amount of turns, 150% attack and defense at the start of the turn, 50% defense on Super, 30% attack per key sphere obtained, disables the enemy's guard when 3 or more key spheres are obtained, which is very nice. Just that extra bit of damage. And then he performs an additional super attack with 5 or more key spheres, so it's a less daunting of a task to get an additional super. I guess it lowers every single time you transform, which is nice. Because, you know, you obviously don't... 7 orbs is quite annoying. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta goes to 6, and Super Saiyan God, it goes to 5. As you can see, he changes the whole entire field into physical orbs once only. And then he's able to guarantee STR key spheres to physical key spheres from the 3rd turn onwards. If you get all 23 orbs here, you're able to get a guaranteed critical hit. And then we got Gohan as a nice little supporting unit at the end. He has 600,000 defense. 50% on defense on Super. He's at like over 1 million defense post Super, which is very good for a second slot unit. First slot unit, he's probably going to die on a lot of super attacks if he takes a first slot Super. Like this. But luckily he's got type advantage and it's just an easy red zone. So let's do this Dokkan mode. With the Dokkan mode, critical doesn't really matter. So the effect here, the only good thing is like you get that 30% times 23 on key spheres obtained. So he's at 13 million attack stat. I think for the effort for that much attack, I don't know how I feel about it. It seems like a lot of effort, but I think when you get the additional super attack, which greatly raises his attack for the 1 turn and defense, I mean, the fact that it's guaranteed critical, very good. So yeah, I actually quite like him. I actually quite like him. If you can really, really invest into the guy and just stick to him for the 10 turns that he needs in order to get to Super Saiyan Blue, he is going to be a fairly good unit to have. And a very nice buff to the Vegeta family team, which is always good to have. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about the transforming Vegeta in the comment section down below. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Link in the description to become a member. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.